Hi everyone, Tyler here at the Movie Beat, back with another video update. I got one more, okay? Got one little tidbit to add to the call, then we'll be done. I just want to kind of, new information comes to light, and I feel sort of obligated to share it with you guys. One thing I do want to add on to my deaths and disappearances video, my final thoughts. This is my final thought, I believe, is about one character in particular that I think offers a lot of clues and how the logic of the appearances and disappearances in this film work. And that has to do with a very big clue that comes upon rewatching this film towards the beginning of it, and that's with the character of the Strawberry Man. You know who it is. It's that neighbor of the family of the house who's got that big strawberry farm, and he's super nice and friendly, very helpful to So-yeon at the beginning of the film. As she's coming to the house at the very beginning, he's got that cute little dog. And he's also the unfortunate neighbor in 1999, very young, up-and-coming strawberry farmer who offers the villain those strawberries. He's got his beautiful long hair, and unfortunately, he is taken out because he looks into the fridge. So this character offers us a huge clue as to, in my opinion, as to how the logic of this film works. So let's go to it. Spoilers. Okay, so at the beginning of this film, when the main character, the heroine in the film, So-yeon, takes the picture of the girl who used to live in that house to the Strawberry Man because she has established contact with her and she wants to get more information on her. So-yeon wants to get more information on the girl she's contacting, who seems like she's calling from 1999 within the house. And So-yeon shows the picture to the strawberry farmer and says, "Hey, do you know this girl?" And the strawberry farmer has a very, very interesting reaction to that picture. And it is prolonged. So it's not just I don't know, some old guy thinking about it. He's looking at it almost disturbed and puzzled. And I think that this is a huge clue because the reality in the future is not like clearly altered, but I do think that this connection that So-yeon has made with Young-suk, the villain, in 1999 over the phone, the magic has begun. This strawberry farmer now has a new fate in his past, a very tragic fate, but his new fate, because we know in this film that she will murder him. It's because of this kind of logic that his new fate in 1999, people can still die. It's like a whole different dimension, timeline. He will be murdered by this character who he's looking at in the picture, Young-suk from 1999, and he's going, oh my God. I think the film is trying to tell us that he has this hazy, forming, muddled memory of a pretty vicious interaction. I mean, he got eyes on her based on this new timeline that's being formed, because we have to assume that the villain would not act the way that she did. She would not murder her mother, her stepmother. She would not go on to murder other people if this phone connection, this relationship between her and So-yeon wasn't made, because she gets the idea that she can change things after she decides to save So-yeon's father. Now that brings me to So-yeon's father. Final point, that his original death day was November 27th, 1999, and when his death was averted by past 1999 Young-suk, he suddenly appears in 2019, okay? So yeah, that makes sense. He no longer died. But we know in the film, we as the viewers who have watched this entire film, he will die in 1999 still. He will be murdered by So-yeon. So how can he exist in 2019 if he's going to be murdered, and if his past says that he has a murder date in 1999? So that is the logic of this movie, that he was saved in 1999 at that point. He no longer died in the fire. So now he all of a sudden has this 2019 future he can live in, besides having a new fate of death in his past. So that is the mysterious logic of this film. It does seem like in 1999, it is a progression from a single point in time that relates to the 2019 timeline. So just because So if somebody survived a death that we already knew about in 2019 and we averted it, that person will suddenly magically appear in 2019 because they no longer die. That is not saying that they will not die up until 2019. We can still change the future if they somehow die in that 1999 time continuum. So in that way, the villain, Young-suk, can exist in two places at once. She can be in 1999, and also we can know that she's going to die and still exist in 2019 because that death has not happened yet. As soon as she's no longer in jail with that evidence that she's burned the knife, she's no longer in jail. She's going to magically poof inside a future home in 2019 because why wouldn't she? Even though she has a new fate of dying on January 1st, 2020. So whether she dies or not, we'll leave that up to another video, another explanation, but I just wanted to add this point as far as the two timelines are concerned. Especially in regards to this strawberry farmer, who I think is the clearest evidence of a future 2019 person having knowledge of their death in the past. And unfortunately, he does not have perfect knowledge of the situation because that new past is hazy. It just is forming in his mind. And he also has no idea about the magical phone connection that can be made within the house. And that's also unfortunate, I think, for Soyeon's father, who wouldn't it be great if he was, making a phone call and suddenly contacted his future self in the house, living so nicely with his family, and he could warn him of his death. But that would have been impossible because Soyeon's father was blindsided when he was murdered. So even though he's living in 2019, it is very logical to me, and as far as the consistency with this film, that he would have zero knowledge of how he died because it came from behind. The strawberry farmer has a new death in the past, and it is coming. It is looming. A lot of people have new looming death dates in the past that still exist in 2019. So that is where I'm going to leave it as far as explaining the sort of the magic as to the time differential and the appearances and disappearances and all that. So hope that made sense. Let me know if that clicked with you guys in the comments below. Again, just a little tidbit I wanted to add on. Sorry for those who are super fatigued with the call, but it does seem like, just based on the past activity that I've had on the channel, that this is kind of what we want to be talking about right now. So again, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, I've got some DVD, Blu-ray updates on the way. Stay tuned for that if you are interested, of course. As always, I'm Tyler at The Movie Beat. Keep watching movies.